What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of Draft to Glory. We are getting so close to FIFA 17 now guys, and I can't wait. The FIFA 17 player ratings are getting released, the top 50. I think we'll get 10 more today. You might have already seen the video, 10 more tomorrow, 10 more the next day. Then we get like top 10 fastest players, top 10 strongest players, top 10 best passers. You know, that EA released like a whole bunch of like random different things, so I cannot wait for all this information to come because it just takes us that ever step closer to FIFA 17. But for now, we are still on FIFA 16 of course, and we are back into entering another draft. There's still that Messi and Bale in packs for another day or so, so I'm going to try and do 2 drafts in that time. Let's go for the 4-3-3 defend. I'm going to try and do 2 drafts and try and get as many of them as I can. Let's say that Higuain, when we've used him in the past, I've not enjoyed Higuain, but hopefully this time around he can be a bit better for us. Now as well guys, I know recently my audio sometimes has been out of sync with my mouth. I updated XSplit. There were some problems with it when putting the files into Sony Vegas, which is my editing software. I'm currently speaking to XSplit and Sony Vegas support teams to try and figure out what the hell is going on. I'm trying to like edit it as best I can during editing to try and make sure that it's all synced up, but sometimes I miss a clip or a part of the video here or there, so I apologize for that, but I appreciate you guys sticking through. Now Lionel Messi here would be oh, there he is indeed. Now we could go with no one because there's no Serie A players here, so Lionel Messi is the perfect option for right there. Now Marek Hamsic, I know I say his name wrong, but you know what I'm talking about, would be great. Oh god, I always get silvers on the left wing, and it's always this dude that shows up. Sometimes it's the inform version, but always this guy. We have a City B player that doesn't really help, but because he's Italian, he would actually help linking up quite easily to certain other players that could potentially be in the team. So we get Pjanic there, although Roma doesn't really help. We get Matuidi. Now, I wouldn't mind taking Matuidi because if we can get either Di Maria for that right-hand side, still gets a soft link and then gets a strong link to Matuidi, or the left wing Di Maria on that left-hand side, it would be good. And Matuidi, for me, is a fantastic player. So we'll take him and we'll try and blend it into the team some way or another. And picking Nzonzi as well would be a really good shout. Boom, there we go. So Nzonzi gets a soft link to Matuidi. We could be building ourselves a really nice hybrid here. We get another, we could take Xhaka. I mean, like, some would say take Khedira, but he still only gets a soft link to Higuain. And what's interesting about this as well is that Higuain has one soft link is enough to get him to 7 chem. He needs 2 more links. He needs all the links to get to 10 chem. So even having Khedira wouldn't actually help Higuain's chemistry at all. So on that note, we'll take this guy. I've never used him before, but he will get a soft link to Lionel Messi, which is pretty damn good. It could be, or if we actually put Nzonzi there, he's not really featured at all, actually, which is pretty damn bad. We get ourselves Juan Fran. Definitely, I like Juan Fran. He would be a player that we used him as centre back once, didn't we? And as we're, it looks like we're going for a La Liga style defence. Do we take Koulibaly here? French, so gets some links. Napoli doesn't really help. Godin's going to have to be the logical choice because he also gets that strong link in there with Juan Fran at that point. And then we get Schmelzer. I'll be down for taking Schmelzer. Have we got a Serie A or a League one? We get Raggy 60. Oh, I'm not taking a 62 pace left back. You can screw off with that. I'll take Schmelzer and we will try and go Bundesliga through that left hand side, and then we get ourselves this guy, Bonera, Brown, Stones. It's going to have to be Bonera, and he's Italian, so it doesn't hurt too bad. It could be worse. It could be worse. Then we get in goal. We're going to have to take that Buffon, really. I would prefer Handanovic, but because we don't have the Serie A defenders, we're going to have to go Buffon. So that puts us to 80 chemistry to start. The midfield and attack is decent, apart from that left wing, but I assume we'll get someone that will be able to fill that gap. We can take this Rodriguez card, Serie A and Argentinian, very much would be helpful if we had a few different and or better players. No, that doesn't really help. He doesn't really help. He is actually a really good player. Now we get Ben Arthur there. Ben Arthur helps us, right? Does Ben Arthur help us? Ben Arthur does help us. We're taking Ben Arthur. And we're going to put Ben Arthur there, and then we're going to swap those two around. And that's going to put us up 1 chemistry. We really need a left wing that fits this team. Because everything else just isn't working for us right now. We get, oh, perfect. There we go. We get some good choices here. Candreva, Marco Reus. Like, we've got Schmelzer, so Reus would be all right. That Nani card with 5-star skills. But we get the left wing, Iron Man of the match, Di Maria. And that is solid as you like. And Higuain, as I explained before, would still only be on 7 chem with 1 extra soft link. I don't mind him on 7 chem up there. We get Matuidi, perfect chem. The only things we need to sort out is this defense. We need either Bundesliga centre-back and goalkeeper, or La Liga centre-back and goalkeeper. But as it is, we're up to 87 chemistry now with a few positions left to go. What have we got here? Ooh. Totti wouldn't work. That Totti card is nice, but it just doesn't fit. I mean, Benzema is probably a good shout if we get Bale, because what we could do is put Benzema up front. Di Maria gets the chem anyway. Then Benzema's only 1 link away as well. However, if we get Gareth Bale or Cristiano Ronaldo, Karim Benzema actually works. So we'll take him, we'll leave him on the bench for now, because if he's going to get the same chemistry as Higuain, so I'll rather start with Higuain. But getting somebody, there is a Ronaldo as well. There is also a Costa there. Costa doesn't help. We've already got that left side sorted out. Ozil doesn't help as good as he is. Cristiano Ronaldo would be helpful if it was a right wing. We kind of need Bale. We'll take Ronaldo anyways. We could always just get rid of Di Maria and put Ronaldo up there, but we're going to need the right team behind him. Do we have a Serie A goalkeeper here? We do not. So it's going to be Mandanda or Czech. We don't have a French centre back, so we'll go with Petr Cech, highest rated. This team's is 1 or 2 key players away from being absolutely perfect. But look at that, I've just got 4 right backs and a left back, and I don't need any full backs. I need centre backs, really. What do we have? So French or La Liga. French League. So we'll take this Traore card, because he is actually going to get us a... Wait, he doesn't even get us more chemistry. He also only gets 4 chem in that spot right there. That's a shame. I'd rather play Schmelzer if we're going to play some Randy. We get DeMarcos, we get Felipe Luis. Now, Felipe Luis works with Godin, but then we're short 1 more centre-back still. We could take Mascherano, who works with pretty much no one other than Godin as well. So we'll take Felipe Luis here for this left-back slot. We'll swap these 2 around. That still keeps us on 87 chemistry. What could we do here to fix this? We could put Ronaldo and Bale up front. Let's try it. Let's get the whole team first, and then we'll look at fixing the team. What do we get here? We get Casemiro, which could be really big for the club, and I actually really rate him as well as a player. I think he's better than Nzonzi there. We don't get a link to Ben Arthur anymore, but Ben Arthur still gets the triple link from Matuidi, so that's not the end of the world. We get Willian, we get Gomez, we get Dahoud. Now Dahoud could be important to... No, because then I have to drop Matuidi. Dahoud at centre-back might be the one. We're going to take Dahoud. I kind of needed a defender, and I'm not going to get it. We get Alcacer, who's actually just transferred to Barcelona. We get Jonataz, Castillo, Felipe Anderson. We'll take Felipe Anderson because he's a really good substitute. And then last but not least, we get nothing again. This was a really tough bench, guys. Like, look at how low rated these cards are on the bench. We've got 193, 189, and then like Schmelzer and Czech. It was a really tough team to try and build. So I'm going to take a look at putting Benzema and Ronaldo there. That puts us up to 87 chem. If we put Nzonzi, not Krykowiak, back in here, that puts us up to 88 chem. If we then put Casemiro at centre back, that's 91 chem, although then I don't have a goalkeeper, which is a shame. So Felipe Luis is perfect. We would need a Brazilian link here. If we swap those 2 around, we still lose chem. this is just not going to work out, is it? I think 94 is going to be the highest we can get. Ronaldo, Benzema, Messi, Matuidi, Ben Arfa, and Zonzi. I mean, unfortunately, and I didn't really intend for this to happen. Unfortunately, it's turned into a bit of a La Liga squad again, which I didn't really want. Let me see what I can do if I put Schmelzer and Dahoud here. That puts us up to 89 chemistry. If we then put Di Maria up front, that stays on 89 chemistry, which is a shame. And then Higuain doesn't really help at all. Still on 7. Benzema gives Ben Arfa that extra link that he needs to put him to 10. Benzema stays on 7. Matuidi gets an extra link in there. It's that Dahoud that's the problem, isn't it? And I could have taken, if I do that and then do that, that puts us down even more. Jesus Christ. I have a feeling, yeah, that 90 odd chem was about the most that we're going to get. If we put him back in there, we get that Italian link, so it gives him 7 chem. I think Buffon on 7 chem is a must. So we need the Italian there. And I think that's, unless we do that. Boom. There we go. I bet you any money you guys are in the comments. He needs to put the Italian Bundesliga, La Liga centre back in. I know you're saying it, and I'm sorry for taking so long to see it. We've got 100 chemistry. We are there. We have achieved it. We haven't necessarily got the best team. I actually don't really think this is a great team at all. Di Maria, Benzema, Messi are solid. Matuidi, Ben Arfa, and Zonzi pretty good. And Zonzi a bit meh, but the other two guys are good. Luis and Godin are fine. Juanfran is fine, Buffon is fine, but Bonera is weak. So we're gonna be subbing off Bonera pretty quickly for Rodriguez. And then if there's problems with Nzonzi, we'll bring on Casemiro or Schmelzer for that CDM spot as well. Schmelzer will make a good CDM spot. And then we've got Ronaldo, Higuain, and Felipe Anderson as backup attacking options. Now, this is a hybrid team, right? It's 3 leagues. It's 100 chem. It's got all kinds of different nations in. So it's a pretty good high. Like, I don't think this is a great team, right? I think French will be the way forward. Syria and French would be better. What have we got? So we could put Buffon to 8. I would probably prefer Buffon on 8. No, no, Benzema and Matuidi on 8 and 10 rather than anything else. So this as a hybrid. Sometimes in videos, people say, like, at the start, I say this is a terrible team, and then at the end, I say this is an awesome team. It's because, like, when I look at a team like this, I look at it and I think, it's not the best, is it? Like, you know, we've got, like, what we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 just regular cards. Only 1 team of the year, only 2 team of the seasons, 2 informs, and 1 position change Iron Man of the match. It's not like, by way of what teams we're going to come up against, where we're going to be coming up against, you know, fully stacked team of the season, team of the year squads, you know, a whole bunch of Iron Man of the matches and stuff like that. In that instance, it's not a great team. Like, but now I'm going to go and play with it. It might play like an absolute god squad. You just never know, you know. So, wait, actually, see, this is one last thing as well that we could do. We could put Ronaldo in at left wing and Casemiro in here. And then it's only Ben Arfa and Buffon off chem. But with Matuidi and Di Maria, then it's Godin and Buffon off chem. And Benzema. So actually, we actually have better chemistry with Ronaldo there. But for the sake of the team and it not being a full La Liga team, I'll sacrifice a bit of chemistry. This is the end of the squad building section, guys. Let's get into the gameplay. Okay, guys, as we get into the gameplay, the first opponent we come up against has got a 188 team. Quite a nice team. Dennis Suarez up there in the left midfield, Lionel Messi, Ben Yap, PK, Pepe, very good versions of that. You know, a La Liga team, and I see in the comment sections, I see you guys say to me, you know, less La Liga teams, and I hear what you're saying, but they just offer the best players and the best possible team building of players as well. So, you know, sometimes you just got to go with what's going to work. And we start things off very nicely there with a lovely goal. Di Maria with a fake pass to evade the defensive tackle. Benzema slaps that one home, shoots and scores. Then into the second half, you can see we're 75 minutes in now, or 72 minutes in, nearly 75 minutes in. And this is when we got the next goal. And my opponent here today was really, really good. Actually, he messaged me after the game saying GG. I don't know if he was a viewer or not, because usually they say, you know, they say big fan, etc., or, you know, you're a dickhead, etc. But on this case, it was just GG. And I replied back to him saying, like, you know, GG, and actually that he deserved to win. So I did let him know that he deserved to win. He said thanks. He said I was clinical in front of goal where he wasn't. And sometimes that is the difference in winning and losing. And sometimes, you know, there's quite a lot of times actually in FIFA where I see people send me screenshots of them dominating games and having loads of shots but never scoring. And one of the closest things that I can kind of replicate to that is when I used to watch Fangs play FIFA back in FIFA 15 when she streamed a lot. She did the basics quite well and she got into good shooting areas quite a lot. But when she got into shooting areas, she would panic, she would rush, she would make the wrong shot choices. So learning that aspect of the game might be the difference between me winning and losing against this guy here. And you can see from the match stats, dead even on possession. He had a lot more chances than me. He just couldn't take his chances. And a lot of that was down to his poor shot choice, but a lot of that was down to Buffon being absolutely amazing. Next game, we come up against another La Liga team with two non-La Liga players. Again, Ronaldo, striker Bale, Messi, team of the year Modric, Ben-Yat, Cabral. He's got Koulibaly there, centre-back, with Corchia at right-back, the only non-La Liga players. So another La Liga team, and this is, again, it's just one of those things where it's like, hey, like, you guys want me to not use La Liga teams, but as you've seen by every team we come up against, and most of the times we win the draft, La Liga is just the best way to win it. And I do understand the argument that, yeah, you've already got so many coins, FIFA's almost done, like, experiment a little. And that side, you know, I do understand that side of things, but it's hard to experiment when, if you pick, like, for example, this specific draft, we picked Higuain to potentially take a Serie A draft, and we only had like 4 or 5 more players from the Serie A come out of all of the players in the whole set of picks. So sometimes even if you want to go for another team, I could try and go for a Serie A or for a Bundesliga, but what I could end up left with is like a 45 or 50 chemistry shit show, and nobody wants that. Or at least I don't want that anyway. So, but once again, we have a nice game here, and I just wanted to show this save of Buffon. Like on 7chem, the 84 Buffon, he was spectacular. He was genuinely fantastic. Like, I can't explain it. I can't explain how good he was for me. Next game, we come up against another La Liga team. A couple non-La Liga players down that right-hand side. He made subs really quickly, taking off his 2 centre midfielders to bring on 2 new... I can't remember who he brought on. I think he brought on Nainggolan, actually. I can't remember specifically. And then he scores just an absolute stunner with Gareth Bale. Can't take anything away from that goal. That is why Gareth Bale 95 rated is a card to behold, because he just does amazing stuff. But if you think that goal was nice, the goal that I scored with Benzema to equalise was just as good. Look at that for a strike. Whilst under pressure from Marcelo, he gets a shot away and it flies into the top corner to tie the game up. Now, one thing I noticed quite early on, that this guy kept pumping his goalkeeper off the line, and you see him there, the goalkeeper's there. I had a shot, I scored from it. That was the last time he brought his keeper off the line. Usually when people do that, even if they go behind, they continue to do it, because it's a good defensive method against people that play a lot of through balls. I don't particularly play a lot of through balls unless they're in like really, really good areas like what you just saw there. But even then, that, like, he pumps his keeper for the people that like play that through ball on the halfway line and try and get in behind with the defense. He doesn't play, you know, he doesn't pump the keeper for any other reasons, and I don't play like that. That's not really my play style. I kind of like to build the game up and push the ball up with my whole team. And that's exactly what we did for the 3rd goal. And that's exactly what we did for the 4th goal. Di Maria here getting in behind, some nice skill moves, plays it to Ben Arfa. Ben Arfa slots it across to Messi. 4-1, game over, right? Wrong. Momentum shifted like a mofo in the second half. He went all out attack, and I could not cope with the floods and floods of players. I tried a few different things. I tried going part the bus. I tried going ultra defensive just to, you know, stop the ball and counter attack him. But every time I got the ball, usually when people go all out attack against you, it's really easy to counter them because they've got 1 defender, you've got 3 attackers. No problem. You could just play 3-on-1, score easy goals. But for some reason, every time I got the ball back, his team seemed like sprinted back, so it made it really hard for me to counter. It ends up going to 4-3, and I thought this is going to be one of those games. Fortunately enough for me, I scored with Benzema to make it 5-3. However, he came straight back into the game with Felipe Luis here again. I tackled him perfectly. It falls back to to Felipe Luis. 5-4 after 71 minutes, but that is how the game ended. So we get, we scraped the win, but we didn't really scrape the win. We absolutely dominated and controlled most of the match. You'll see the possession there, 62%. He had that many shots because I was constantly going up his field and he was all out attack. He just kept countering me and I just kept countering him. And once again, Gianluigi Buffon coming up massive for me, picking up 6 saves. So into the final we go, and we come up against another pretty much La Liga team with a few other non-La Liga players. Lloris, Koscielny and Payet, they're down the left. Everyone else is La Liga. He's got the 97 Messi, Neymar, striker Ronaldo, Toni Kroos, the 86 Pepe, who's awesome, that PK. And things started off pretty well for us in this game, picking up a penalty and getting our first goal against our second consecutive team called Class on Grass. I thought that was quite interesting. We end up giving up a pretty weak goal here. A couple of tackles I could have got. The slalom run, that's really started to get me recently. I usually defend it really well, but on that occasion, Messi done a good job of getting around and getting in behind. A few minutes later though, Nzonzi, top of the box, great finesse shot, great goal. And for a guy that I thought Nzonzi might be the weak link of the team, other than the centre-back, who was great by the way, but he actually turned out to be fantastic. And we end up getting our third goal just before half-time. A really poor clearance from Pepe, falls to Ben Arfa into Benzema. He tackles me with Payet, but it pops back to Benzema, and boom, we go up 3-1 in the final. And that is how the scoring finished. So we win our draft, and as you can see on the screen there, I didn't make any subs through any of the games except the first one, so it was actually this team that won us the actual draft. Yes, Bonera at centre-back, 5 just regular gold cards, not an amazing team. We still won the draft. This, guys, is going to be the end of the gameplay. Let's get into the packs. So guys, we end up winning the draft today. I genuinely didn't expect to, and this is what I'm talking about at the start of the video, where I'm saying I might look at the team and be like, a bit of a poor team, but then when I actually play with the team, it plays amazing. This guy here, Bonera, 50 pace, 80 defending, low high, 6 foot. Everything about him screams, I'm bad. He's just better than a Silva, yet he was spectacular. There was only one game that I made subs at all throughout the tournament, and that was the first game. And that was because my opponent was genuinely good, and I needed the reinforcements around the 60-minute mark. And as it turns out, the substitutes won me the game. For the other 3 games in this draft, I didn't change the team at all. I didn't make any subs at all, and I'm so happy. Di Maria, fantastic. Benzema, 10 out of 10. Messi, 10 out of 10. Ben Arfa was brilliant in that midfield slot, and Matuidi as well. But surprisingly, Nzonzi was great. He scored some really good goals. I think he got 3 goals in total, 2 of them long shots from the top of the box. He's got 65 shooting. He shouldn't have been able to do that, but I'm glad that he did. Felipe Luis, brilliant. Godin, we know, is fantastic. Juan Fran was good. Buffon was absolutely unreal. Like, as an 84 rated card, like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find any of the saves that he made. I'll try my best, but some of the saves were just out of this world good. And then, as I said again, Bonera was good. He was great. I noticed him getting in tackles and challenges a lot. I never ever noticed him getting, like, undone, basically. So there we have it, guys. We get a win. 550 wins now in our draft record, 130 losses, and our pack is a mega pack and a premium gold players pack again. I can't even get a 50k pack right now. Let's see what we get in our pack. We start off with Dos Santos. Not even the good Dos Santos either, the bad Dos Santos. That's pretty unfortunate. I'm just gonna go ahead and discard all of that. Does any of that sell? McCormack might sell. Cannavaro, legend! Oh, legend! Legend! The rest of that is garbage. 3,300 coins. So a draft win, guys. Are we going to make profit? Who knows? I wouldn't have thought so after that first pack. But in the second pack, Thiago Miranda. Oh, Miranda, 85 rated, not bad. Oh, that's a really nice pack. That's actually a good reward, guys. We get Alaba in the pack. 85 rated left back, 85 rated centre back. He goes for 16 to 17,000 coins. That is profit. We also get Miranda in the pack. Very nice indeed. Miranda also, 1,500 coins. Better than nothing. Nainggolan, 1,500 coins. We get the transfer Doumbia. Do we get any fitness cards? One fitness card, a free pack. Let's say, oh, a free pack as well. It's a fuck off. No way. I apologise for swearing, but it's a contract pack. You've got to be joking. We're going to discard the rest. Mignolet might have gone for a few hundred more than his discard price. And we get a mixed contract pack. And that just... I was hoping for like at least a 7.5 or a 15k pack. Hey, gold contract. Hey, banter. Love EA for that. The bronze one won't even sell. The silvers and the gold will. The bronze one will have to discard. But guys, that was a really, really nice pack. We're all a really good team. Well, an interesting draft that played really well, I'll say. I won't say it was a really good team. It just played really well. And then a really, really good reward. So very happy with today's Draft to Glory. We made profit. That's all we can ask for. But this is going to be the end of the video, guys. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.